What's up, everybody? It's James App from the Dapper Den Barber Shop in Richfield, Connecticut, and today we're going to be going over myself and Jared's station. We're going to have Jared actually go first, so...
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Jared Gelbert, owner of the Dapper Den. Today we're going to be talking about what's on my station. We're going to start off with the Babless hair dryer. It's very lightweight, it's very compact, but the power is definitely there. I've had a couple of other units over the years, and I tend to go back to the Babless. We're going to stay with Babless, and we're going to go to the liner. I really like this liner. This is actually my go-to would be the FX, Flash FX. They discontinued this. I don't know why. It's very hard to get your hands on. The reason why I need 2 instead of 1 is this is not a zero gap. Everybody in the shop pretty much zero gaps this. This is really good for doing lineups and beards and anything where you really want it nice and sharp. The downfall when you zero gap it, if you're gonna be going and doing a skin fade and you're flush on the head, it's okay. But if you're doing that line, this is a better, softer trimmer where that will not pull the hair follicle out of the pore and irritate you. The soft trimmer is definitely something you're gonna want as well. So those are my 2 liners. We're gonna go to the Babless foil. It usually is a full plastic unit. This is actually a heavier unit. The only plastic would be on top, which is actually very affordable if A, you should be replacing them, but B, if they fall. We're gonna jump into these puppies. So we have the 50 cal, and these 2 are pretty much my regular, you know, just fading out if I have to go back and forth. We're gonna throw the Saber in there as well. I like this because of the weight distribution. This has locking on the side there. It's a little heavier. Like I said, this is a heavier unit compared to some of the plastics. These 2 units here by Andis. So the BMG was a little heavier. It did have a replaceable battery where you could make it a plug-in, which was kind of cool. But over the years, everybody's going cordless. Yep. This is a go-to. I like this because you could really, the torque is there. You get through the hair texture. This is the same idea power-wise as this, but you can fade with this. But these are cool because you can put some of the attachments on and you can do a whole haircut with this as well. This is very lightweight. The battery life is very good on this. We're gonna go with this puppy right here. This is Beard Octane. This is their heated brush. I really like the lightweight of this. The length of the wire is fantastic. It's very protected here, where back in the past, if I was using other manufacturers, it doesn't have the protection on the heat coil where you can pretty much burn your lip. The fantastic part about this is it's small enough to actually use at home or travel with, but the power behind it is fantastic using at the shop. With the clips, these 2, I will say, are very special. So the wall, believe it or not, I will use on all these for the most part. This is their 1/16, 15 millimeter, whatever you want to call it. Now, you could obviously you could go, and I have the same thing with Babless, but I'm going to show you the reasoning why. If you look at the teeth difference on these 2, so this will get a closer fade. Okay, it will really get in there. And the wider teeth are good for certain things, but when you're doing a skin fade, this is my go-to because it's kind of a cheat in between. So now we're going to talk about Cool Care. The Cool Care, I've been using the Andis for practically my whole career. This Cool Care, it's a 5-in-1. Obviously, it's more than just a disinfectant.
It's an attitude.
It's an attitude. It might be actually like $1 more than some of the other manufacturers. And if I would use another manufacturer's stuff, the thickness of their lubricant would clog it up. So I just started using the Cool Care by Andis, and to tell you the truth, like this is all we use in the shop. The Parasso That is a pre-shave. I believe the Parasso was one of, if not the first pre-shave, 1947, if I'm correct.
Something like that.
Something around that time. Yeah. Their products are fantastic. We use all their products when it comes to the shaving. The brushes are pretty much no-name brushes. The razor that I have here is pretty much a no-name razor, but we do have the Derbies. So this is like one of those half-broken ones, obviously, double-sided, and this one just locks in there. The reason why we do use these are they're very sharp, but they're affordable, so we can pound through them if we really need to on a client. I don't usually show people this because it's cheesy, but everybody in the shop I have told about and whatnot. This is like a $20 Remington. They have these detachable pieces. You could do like the ears and nose and this and that. I call this the cheater because it's a baby foil compared to something like this. If you want to get in these little hard to reach areas before you razor somebody that has a beard or you know, around the ears and you're afraid to use the razor itself, this is the best thing that you could purchase. So my big investments are obviously the scissors. The scissors that we use, pretty much everybody at the shop has Hattori Hanzo. I do have, no joke, probably about 7 other pairs that I don't use all the time, different sizes and whatnot. These are my go-tos. These are, I believe, 6.5, 7, 6.5s. I do have longer and shorter. I believe I go down to about 5.5, and I go out as high as a 7.5.
Then you got your texturizing shear.
Then we go into the texturizing shear, and then these are kind of a texturizing slash, not really chunking, but it's crazy how they have the selection of the tooth and then the angle of the tooth as well. So these really get out those chunky lines. And then obviously just a chunking shear where I don't have the section and I just literally go to town and chunk, and the texture is fantastic. So that is pretty much mainly the stuff we go to. Now, if you want to jump in real quick, product, we are using the Beard Octane product line now. So we have a little bit of the oils, we have the mustache wax, we have the beard wax, beard balm, texturizing clays, these chairs. This is from Amazon. The older style chairs was from AGS, which is a good manufacturer. They have all different types of chairs. The jackets we got from 3rd Gen. Beautiful, old school style. The stitch is fantastic. All the guys wear these at the shop. We got everybody the jacket with the names. We also they did a beautiful job on the capes for us with the logo. These are the lightweight capes. We go back and forth from heavy to light, but I personally like the light. These have a nice clasp on the back where some people like a button, some people don't. And what else are we missing?
I think that's it.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Open up your drawer?
Not really.
Yeah.
Every...
No, I'm not.
all my toys. All my toys.